Hello, you guys. Welcome back. If you're new, my name is Mandy, and today I am talking about the planner lineup video that I put out about probably 2 days ago, Wednesday. We're going into more details of my plan for those. I say plan very dramatically because you all know how much I change things, but I do want to plan how to use some of these planners, and I'm doing something quite different than my typical Frankenplan system. I purchased a few big happy planners mainly to change out the covers if I wanted and try something new, because I feel like they have recently put out some beautiful happy planner big styles out there, and I'm so excited about that. But because I keep so much in my planner for so many different areas of focus, I've just been getting overwhelmed. Please let me know in the comments below if you can feel and relate to what I'm saying. In my last video, I mentioned that it's kind of like when I have an intention to go on the computer or into my phone, say to check an email or to look up something for my family, to maybe update my grocery list. Like, I get distracted. It's just, it's almost like the other things that do need my attention are on there too. And I let things kind of come in and I don't remember or don't complete what I went on there for. It's kind of the same thing with my planner. So there are pros and cons to having a catch-all planner. You can it's such a nice thing to have space to have all of everything you need, but when it's too much, I'm thinking, I'm thinking I need to figure out ways to be focused on the one thing. So having lots of things happening at one time is life. Being able to organize it, a lot of us struggle with that, as do I, and I'm always trying to find a system because what works for me today may not work for me in a year, in the season of the life that I'm in today, compared to a year from now or even 3 months from now. So I kind of like to reevaluate quarterly, and that's what I'm doing. So I've been overwhelmed, and I've been trying to figure out how to organize better so I can focus on one thing at a time. I'm going to try to keep some things in separate planners, you guys, but I will still have my Frankenplanner as my catch-all planner. This is my journal, my notes, my ideas, all the things that each planner may need extra pages for. It'll be the organization for all things in the planner that will actually be my guide in anything in addition to like the weeklies of the categories of my life. Now, I have multiple categories of my life. I'm not going to get a planner for each category, but I do need a little bit more focus or planning focus on some of the categories in my life. So I tend to start this kind of thing, and then, I've gone all in to say like a planner style, and it changes. So we'll see if I keep to this, or I should say how long I do it. Obviously, if it's not working, I'll make the change. But I am challenging myself to keep for it at least for the month of July, because that's when a lot of my planners start. And you all know I love creating new things to try. So I'm going to give myself grace. Like, I'm just not the type of planner that's going to stick with one planner all the time. And I know that. I'm accepting of it and I'm loving it. So it gives me room to try to stick with something for a while. But then I accepted that there's some categories of my life that like I'm going to need to change things out. Especially as a planner creator, I really love creating new things. Even if I love something, I just love creating new things, and I have to try it. I can't just like put it out there for you guys and never try it. I guess I could, but I like to experience it too. I get excited for what I'm creating, and I most of the time try it, and we'll even go back to it. So as you can see, I think I pulled them out. I did a planner flip through video, and as you were able to see, I had a bunch of planners that I had already created over the past year or two that I went back to, and it was really fun to do that. So what I do want to show you guys are this is where I also keep some of the planners I create that I want to make sure to have on hand to use. And, you know, one of my favorite list pages connects to one of my favorite catch-all weeklies. I think this is color boxes. It is on my shop. It just doesn't have the graphics. And this is actually not trying to like tell you to go to the shop, but if something like this is of interest to you, it's a bundle where this and a different layout, but very similar, is on there. And yeah, as you can see, I want these available so I can pull from them, because I do get tired of using the same thing after a little while. And then I have a lot of my favorite stuff. So having these in here is helpful, but it also gets pretty bulky. And again, I get distracted because I look through my planner and I'm going, oh, I need to do that, or oh, I want to create that. And then guess what? What I came in there for is not getting done. So, what I want to do today is, I thought I'd kind of give you an overall of my catch-all. I have homeschool. I have faith planning. I also have things that I want to try, but really don't need to be in my actual day-to-day focus areas, I should say. I have budget. So I definitely have areas that I need to have in a planner, but don't necessarily need to visit every single moment of the day. And I also like to keep some things together for a while, like my currently pages here, my grocery inventory. So this is a planner that I'm going to grab and have on hand quite often. I can see the Etsy section, or YouTube and Etsy section, probably staying like this. It's going to hold a lot of my notes and stuff. If you were able to see the last video of the planner lineup, I have assigned a new planner to business, or basically YouTube and Etsy, and any, you know, focus areas I have for that. So, but I'm still going to keep this planner for notes and reference pages and stuff like that. So this really probably isn't going anywhere. I just think having this and my focus planners, or the planners that I need to keep me in line in some areas, shouldn't necessarily be in here for me right now. But usually I have my weekly or daily here, and that is something I thought I would set up with you guys. But before I do that, I wanted to show you the planners that I have basically gotten. Kind of trying to keep some things marked over here, and go into a little more detail. So this is going to be my homeschool planner. I am slowly but surely getting it ready for the new year, especially as I want to start planning some things. But there are so many things under my homeschool section in here that don't necessarily need to be in my 2022/2023 school year, and that's what this is going to be for. But this was originally, this is a horizontal Happy Planner Big, and I thought I would basically keep track of things annually here. I am in the process, I have a homeschool planner already, and I have been inspired by just lots of planners I've seen and stuff, and trying to like grab from different things that I feel like work for me. I've been creating something that I want to try out for my own homeschool planner. But I do know that if I don't have a few months ready, and I'm like trying to create something the day before I need it, that's not a good idea. I need to have quite a bit of months ready, and if I want to change something out once I create something, I can. So I really want something ready for multiple months. I don't want to go month to month, you know, as I create new things. So if that doesn't make sense to you, maybe you don't create your new things, but if you do create things for yourself, you probably completely know what I'm talking about there. But This I will use for either attendance or just things that come up annually, like maybe holidays and things that we plan as a family. And the reason I'm not doing everything on this one is, well, one, there's just not enough space, but I've created one for myself that I really like, and I just need to figure out what I want to use it for exactly. But I don't think there's a problem with having multiple year at a glances. If you like me, if everything is on that one page, I just skip over it and it means nothing. But if I have different ones that have different themes, for example, if I have another one that's for only field trips or whatever, that is helpful for my brain. But so having multiples and having them assigned to different categories is kind of my style. But if there's not enough for something and it makes your planner too bulky, then yeah, like using one year at a glance would be totally fine. You also have these year at a glances. I'm going to keep these in here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use them, but they're an option. I love these. But I do want to make sure I have a goal for these before we start up in most likely August is when we'll start school. So yeah, there's quite a bit of pages because this is an 18-month planner. If I don't plan on continuing to use it that long, I can obviously take a page out, but not planning on taking any pages out. So this first month of July, I'm actually using for my annual pages that I've created. So I've got my student page here, and I just had, well, I do have 3 kids, so I probably will make this for the 3 kids, but anything I create, I always try to keep in mind that I may try to sell it, just because I have the Etsy shop, and if anybody's interested in anything that they see here that I haven't put on my shop, please let me know, because maybe I can just do like a private bundle for you or something. But things are still in the works, and that's why they're not on there yet. But I don't know. I procrastinate. I always want everything too perfect before I put it out there for you guys. So lots of notes pages. Here's a yearly overview. Here's a year at a glance that I created. This is why I print them for myself too, so I can see the mistakes that I've made. So I already corrected that mistake, but I just love this overview too. So this might be, you know, for holidays and birthdays or field trips or whatever. So, and then I do have some curriculum overviews. Let's see. So basically I could track each subject if I want. I also made some homeschool budgeting pages because I always like to write down how much something costs. And I love that I can just print up more if I really do need to, which you wouldn't think so, but with how much I've researched, and I've just researched and put things on note pages in my catch-all over here. Yeah, I like to write a lot of stuff down. I'm going to put more note pages here. That's my little note to myself here. So then we should be starting in August, and in August, I described this in my planner lineup video, but again, I think these pages are so cool. They're always at the end of your, so this one was at the end of July. And what I thought would be fun was to, I use these pages so much, but I don't use them like for the next month, even though I know that's probably what maybe they're pre-planning pages. I just don't ever remember to. So what I did was I took out all the middle pages, and what I'm going to do is paste these. So that way I will just flip the page over, and I will have an overview of the upcoming month. So I was thinking like we could have goals, we could have, you know, prayers, any notes or memories. I just kind of, you know, something that can be, you know, anything we want. And then I do have another monthly, because same with year at a glances, I like to plan throughout. I like to have a monthly overview for a few different things. So, you know, that'll be helpful. And then I have a weekly schedule, a monthly overview, subject planning. So for example, if I wanted to do science here, I could list out different books, videos to go to, and anything else, note pages. And then I don't know if I'm going to use all of these pages, you guys. I just wanted there to be something, different ways of planning, and I have put together lots of different things that I have looked over and thought, well, that would be pretty cool, but I would like it like this or whatever, and I've put together some things. So this weekly overview may be just like this weekly overview, but a totally different way of doing it. That's also why I do not plan or print too far in advance. I struggle. I want to have things ready, but I also don't want to print too far in advance because I may not find that it works. But as you can see, I wanted a few boxes because if I want reading list, and I don't know, maybe I don't even need a reading list, but supplies, activities, prayers, or, you know, whatever. And then this was kind of like my blocks of, my days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. But I can also use this as a daily and use this as the blocks of the day. So we'll see, but this is my overall, I guess, help me out here. This is my weekly for my homeschool lesson planning. I'm noticing right now I need to fix some things. So again, why I love to do videos to show you guys what I fix. And then it's going to keep going if I choose to use this layout. Now, I didn't print too much more because I thought, do I want to keep it a little more simple and have less stuff going on? So that's kind of what's going on in my head with that right now. And that's how I plan on using that. I did not take out any months, but obviously it's a little smaller because I took out all of the horizontal note daily pages, and it's a good size. But as I start adding planner pages in there, I'll probably have to take out some months. Okay, so the other planner before we get to my catch-all weekly, I guess, but this is the other one. If you guys want to know more details on any of these, please let me know. I'm quickly realizing maybe I should have just done one video for each planner, but I did promise that I was going to do a video going into more details of each of these. So what are we at here? 17 minutes-ish. So as I mentioned, I really liked this planner, even though it's not really a disc-bound system. I can't take anything out or put anything in unless I became super creative, and I already tried, and it's a process that takes me a little longer, and knowing myself, I'm not going to sit there and spend 30 minutes trying to like take out and put in, you know, a week or anything. It has to be kind of quick. So I just loved the look of this planner. It's my favorite colors. I love all of the colors together. Same style with the Year at a Glance, so I'll skip over those pages. And this one I do plan on, as of right now, using for business. So Etsy, planning, and I kind of combine Etsy and YouTube, but for now anyways. So I'm kind of excited that I'm forced to not be able to add or take out. As much as I love the disc-bound system, I kind of am itching to be forced to not be able to take anything out, not be able to put anything in, and use a planner the way it is. And this one's going to do that for me. So it's just a vertical planner. I'm still looking around or thinking about ways I want to use this. I have kind of used a vertical style in the past. I've actually used the ones that, you know, have boxes and lines down here, I think. So we'll see. I really want to use this for pre-planning so I can be on top of the tasks that I need to do instead of just sitting there one day going, you know what, right now is a good time to film, or right now is a good time to work on that planner insert I created and getting it on Etsy. I actually want to sit down and say, like, I want to write out all the steps, which I kind of have done this. I'm writing out all the steps it takes to get something on Etsy or YouTube, and pre-planning when to do those things. So basically using the SMART goals system, taking a small step of a big project, kind of taking a small step and assigning it to each day. And if as a stay-at-home mom, trying to build this business, trying to, you know, homeschooling, making my kids and my family my number one, trying to work out and go on walks and enjoy nature. I mean, cooking, cleaning, all the things. I do need to be more organized and setting aside time for this, and making sure that this doesn't become more important than other things I don't want it to, or that other things don't become more important than other things, and all of that. So I am going to make sure that I am a little more organized, you know, especially with summer coming and going from summer into fall, and I'm hoping that this system will work really well for that. So being able to just use this as my pre-planning, and then as I'm pre-planning all of this, I do like that it still does that, by the way. I will go into my other planner, which will be my, I think I'm going to call this my daily focus planner. It is a goals planner. It says make smart goals, and another one I bought mainly for, gosh, it sounds so bad to say mainly for the cover. I don't buy them only for the cover. I also buy them because I love the dashboard tabs, and if they are pretty neutral in the inside, because even if I don't use the inside pages, there may be a day when I do. Because even right now I was looking, because I can't start this till July, so I was looking for a big planner that I already have that I can try to use similarly to this for the month of June, so I can kind of like, well, one, I can't wait to use it, and two, I kind of want to try to see if my system in my head would work, and before I, you know, can jump into this. But I will give those of you a tip if you're kind of like me on that. You can always like pull one out from the last month. I mean, this is December of 2023. This is a year and a half from now. So I'm most likely not going to be using the same system. So pull out one of the months from the back of the planner, redate it, and you can see if it works for you. That's a tip if you don't have other planners and you really want to try the current planner that you have, but it doesn't start for a month or two. So one night this last week when I figured all this out, my head was just, I mean, my thoughts were just all over the place, and I was like, but how am I going to, let me take this out, how am I going to use this system, which I don't usually use? I do have my own planners, as you saw, like my own creations. Bear with me a second while I pull it up. I do have my own creations that I have included hourlies, but I also have always had these other things to, you know, that help me along with my focuses. So see this is one of my favorites. It's my farmhouse one. And I'm able to write so many other things down. These are guides because if I don't have my weekend prep or my daily routines, I won't remember to write those down, and I might not be so successful for, you know, my weekend or in my routines. This even has a goal set up, my workouts and stuff. So how am I going to do all of that? So basically, what I'm gonna do is make sure I use lots of sticky notes before I get going on this, but I'm going to try to give, you know, those things a place in here. And then I thought, well, you love to create, Mandy. Why would you not like still create? This is a disc bound system. It's not, you know, the coil bound one. This is the one you're going to use on a daily basis. This is what I'm going to be focusing, like, so for example, if my fitness is a focus, I can write a goal here, and if say Etsy is a focus, like I was talking about, writing my goal and my steps here, I can keep my lists categorized here, or I can put in my favorite list page. I can still do those things basically, but I always have trouble cutting down to classic size or even smaller than that. And I thought, I have time, I'm going to spend some time creating something that I can actually still have routines and habits. And when I was trying to go to sleep that same night, I was like, okay, so one whole page for your routines and habits. I mean, I'm not used to that, but I thought I'm trying to be focused here. So what my plan is I'm going to sit down in the nighttime, 5 minutes, plan out the next day for my times. And these sections are going to be my what I need to plan that day, because if I sit down and have to plan every single thing for the following week on a Sunday, I'm too overwhelmed. I have way too much to do. So I'm going to have my planning day, and I can't remember if the other one was going to be a theme day. I have to sit down and brainstorm more. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But basically, try to see what are the things that help me stay successful here, and create them here. But you guys know I love my habits and routines. And I created a routines and habits page, and I'm getting this in my Etsy shop, so I will have it linked down below. And I'm so excited because so I printed it classic size, but it'll be big and classic size. I made there to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces for each block of my day. I only did Monday through Friday. I just don't do the same things on Saturdays and Sundays. Sorry if that's something that you want. Please let me know. Send me a message or let me know down below. I'm not sure, but this might be my weekend prep, but I'm not sure, so I just made it other. And what's really important to me is have my planner checks. I need a guide and something to keep me going to each planner each day. So each day I will make sure that I checked my weekly or daily, which will be this one. I went to my faith, which right now will be in my catch-all. However, if I find that it's too hard to have all these things in a different place, some of them might end up here. It's just my business one, or Etsy and YouTube, I will have that separate. And my homeschool one, I will have that separate. My homeschool one, I'm gonna pull out no matter what when we homeschool. And then there will be days that I need to plan ahead, or just sit down and, think ahead in the year. My business one, I will pull out, check what I have going on that day and the specific tasks I need to get done for that plan. And I will either plug it into my hourly, or have, different sections for what I need to get done that week. But basically, this is just like, hey, don't forget these planners need attention on a daily basis. And then I left a little blank, and I might add another one here. I didn't want there to be too much. These won't be filled in, so if you do like this system, you can write in what you want there. Let me know, you guys. I already have this available for you, but let me know if you guys like no labels. Well, I might just make one with completely no labels. I'll see what I can do about those. But so I'm filming this ahead of time, obviously. This is a Sunday, and I'm planning on having this out by Friday. But this is what it looks like as of right now. And then I thought to myself, well, how am I going to include my my FlyLady or my home care system? My home care is my cleaning. How am I going to do that? It's really important to me to not do everything, but to have my guide available, and to have my guide as a way to, if I don't do any of it all week, oh well. But the only reason I won't do anything is because it's not in front of my face. I'm a visual person. So I created something like this. I can just flip the page, and this is what I love about having a big, because you can put any size inside really. I still have my weekly here. I'm not forgetting about it, but I can flip to different pages in the same area. Now, this is not in the shop yet. Please let me know if you are interested. I already have a bunch happening with this. I just want to put out all the things, and I might just need to work on just one page at a time, but yeah. So also, please let me take this opportunity for those of you interested in FlyLady or any type of cleaning system. Do you guys like having these filled in, or do you absolutely like them completely blank? Or do you like the option of having both? So my home blessing are these things, but there's obviously no room for anything extra except you could do other. I do different laundry loads, and in the month I have that there. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. This is just my system, but would you guys be interested in having access to my system and a blank? I would never just like put my system only and not a blank, but I'm just curious. Do you guys like having something like this as a guide? But this is my system, and if I can get to these things throughout the week, that's awesome. So daily theme is the FlyLady's system for that. Those change up for me, so I did leave them blank, except I put the days in there. My laundry system, obviously, my home blessing, and anything else here, because sometimes like cleaning my microwave is kind of a weekly thing. I don't want it to just be once a month, like if it were kitchen. So, and then here's my zone. So every week has a different zone assigned to it. So I'm going to put the zone number here and the week number here. And every zone, it's not always the same. You might have like bathroom or like master bedroom, closet, extra bedroom, or it might just be kitchen. But at least I have that guide there. And like I said, I have a whole system being created where it does have the zone and exactly what you should do or what she says to do in it. Maybe not all the things she says, because that's a lot to fit on a piece of paper. But okay, let's go move on. Of course, I have a notes page. I love making notes. I love having somewhere to write random things that don't necessarily need a place in my planner. And then obviously that's the week. So this is my plan for my weekly, like everything area. I don't know, like, no, it's not going to have homeschool. It might have what I need to do for like Etsy that day, but it's not really pre-planned. It's basically, you know, all my stuff that I need in a catch-all weekly spread, including, you know, some extra pages for my routines and habits and my home care. If I want to, I should mention this, I just didn't make it yet, or I didn't downsize it yet, but I'm most likely going to have another page that kind of fits the same theme here for writing down my more details of what I'm eating and those things too, because that is another focus of mine. So I plan on doing a more in-depth video of my focuses and exactly how I'm going to incorporate that. But what I would like to do before I do that is set up this current week kind of similar to this, since this doesn't happen or start till July. I'm going to try to set something up similar to this in my current week, I've been talking too long now, my current planner, which is, you know, this one still. And I just turned to this tab here, and I still need to change out some of my May stuff. That's kind of something I need to do after this. But I need your guys' thoughts and opinions. I have the only two things I have that I feel like as a big I can try out is this sewing one. And I don't sew, but I thought it was really cute. And I figured I could try this system out in here. It's not an hourly, it's basically a vertical, but I figured maybe I could like kind of replicate it a little bit. And then what I would do is, see, it's getting a little full, my catch-all here. But what I will do is put it in here and try to do the system that I described in here and just see if it works, because something I create myself, I can use right away. I don't have to wait. That's why undated planners are fun too, but this one's not undated. But I can at least take it step by step and see if this system works. So let me know if you guys think that, well, I'll show you. So this was one option. So it's this one. The other option was going to be from this is it scrapbooking? This planner. And this is undated, and I like that because I thought, well, this is pretty for the month of July. I think they have some really cute ones too, but I'm not a super loud, colorful person. I really like seasonal stuff though. The colors of seasonal stuff's fine with me. Oh, that's pretty too. So do you guys think I should use one of these or the sewing one? I guess I could always use this layout and take this off. The only thing is you guys are gonna see, the reason why I like this weekly here is because it's more neutral. As you can see from here, it's way more colorful, which I guess I don't mind trying out. And I do kind of like this stuff happening here, but I don't want to get distracted from the purpose, I guess, is my concern. But I do like that it's very memory driven. So let me know what you guys think. For now, I'll just kind of keep what's in here because, you know, I need to end this video. It's been a long, we've been together a long time here, and I need to get on moving to other things, but this is how I plan on trying to see if the whole system I just explained to you, at least with my daily stuff, since I'm not having to worry about homeschool yet, and I can plan Etsy and YouTube in here still. I have all that happening. So what I love is that I have those ideas and systems, but also having a separate catch-all planner is nice to me because if I want to try out a new system, I can totally do that. I could do it in there, but those ones I really kind of want to keep all that together. I'm curious. It's been so long since I've kept a planner all together and been able to look back at everything. I'm curious how that feels again. So I'm going to try the best of both worlds, hopefully. I know the idea of all of this is to keep me from getting overwhelmed, and it seems like, well, now you have more planners. Aren't you going to get overwhelmed? Honestly, I don't think so. Because those planners are going to stay together. They're not, unless I decide to change that up, but maybe I'll have a separate planner. Oh my gosh, saying that just makes me think, wow, 2 planners, but, and when I say that, I mean Frankenplanner, 2 Frankenplanners. But I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see. The whole purpose is to not be overwhelmed and to be able to stay focused on what I need to be thinking about and planning and setting goals for, instead of opening something up and going, oh, I really need to work on my fitness, but you know what, right now I need to work on Etsy, and oh, I need to make dinner tonight, and all of that. So yeah. All right, you guys, let me know if you liked this video by giving me a thumbs up. That would really, really help me out on my channel. Comment below, let me know your struggles. If you have any relation here, please let me know, and I'm not alone. And if you are curious how this ends up going, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. I do post every Wednesdays and Fridays. And oh, did you see Monday's video? It's totally different, but I'm trying to put in some family, mom life, homeschool life stuff in there on my channel now. Don't get upset if I miss a day, but it would all be in addition to my planning stuff. And I put on there some fun ways I feel like are working for us in teaching my 4-year-old son his letters and sounds. So otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.